ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Darshan Singh, Chairman Board of Governors, members of the Board of Governors, Welham fraternity, the visiting parents, dignitaries, the alumni, and my dear students. It is an absolute privilege to be invited and speak to all of you amongst such an august gathering present here today. I was surprised to receive an invitation to address the school today, and I am not sure if I have the right achievements to be called to a school which has given stalwarts in the field of sports, politics, literature, and economics. But I have a trait whereby I can identify myself on the same platform as the others. It is perseverance. I am from an army background, and having stayed in various parts of the country because of my father's postings, I was fortunate to have an exposure to school in many states. Sports and fitness back then had little meaning, as everything in school and discussions outside school were always towards engineering, IIT, medicine, etc. No one ever spoke about a career in sports or becoming an entrepreneur and promoting fitness and sports. Needless to say, I too embarked on a journey of college, an MBA, and began a lucrative yet boring corporate life, the rewards of which were monetary, and of course, high cholesterol and stress were the bonuses. A chance participation in a half-marathon event in Delhi more than a decade ago was the trigger that led me to take charge of my life then. I had fainted, half pain to my run, and had to be taken for medical treatment. My knee was injured, and I was asked not to indulge in sports and choose something else for recreation. Sports? Recreation? Really? Recreation seems like a trivial word, a word where the activity seems to be devoid of effort and labor. I ask you all, is that so? Solving a math problem is intellectual labor. Doing a 10 km run is both physical and mental labor. Which is harder, my friends? I have learned that the power of the mind is supreme. A strong mind can overcome all obstacles, or at least helps you to cope with most. And yes, it teaches you all the time. In the last 13 years, besides running all 6 world marathon majors across the globe, I added mountaineering and trekking to my list of adventures that makes my travel across countries enjoyable and rewarding. Fitness and running was taking me places, and I was chosen to lead a prestigious global running outfit in Delhi, which was an excellent platform for me to reach out to others to educate them about the benefits of fitness, running, and exercise. I soon started my own running community called Run with Reeti, as I felt I could reach out to the community and people better than being associated with a corporate brand whose inclination was more towards profit and image. Needless to say, the journey devoid of a corporate backing was tough, but it taught me so much. The pure joy of running was back, without needless corporate attendance and promotions. The touch amongst the runners was so personal and rewarding, and yes, I found myself a great motivator, and I could instill the love of running to anyone and everyone around me. In this journey of fitness and running, I meet people across all walks of life, and I have realized that if one is fit and healthy, it makes living a good life far more enjoyable. One can pursue whatever one wants for however long he or she wants it, for age is just a number. I am of the firm belief that it is a healthy body that allows the mind to perform at its best in every field, sports and otherwise. As I stand here and witness the performance of all the students in various track and field events and their involvement in fun activities like the tug of war and their finesse in yoga, I feel a strange sense of fulfillment. Perhaps this stems from the fact that growing up, my school never had such a wide variety of events and activities to keep the students motivated and engaged. It also could be because a sports person and an athlete, I see the clear intent where an academic institute of such a high caliber and repute is making an equal effort and contribution towards fitness, sports, and health. India is being admired globally across in all fronts. The rising economic growth is driven primarily by the effort, determination, and hunger of the youth, the representation of which stands before me today. This drive has now extended into sports, with the sportsmen achieving laurels in all fields and not just cricket. India has made a mark in javelin, shooting, track and field, and even sailing. School life is a blessing. Many children around the world, due to various circumstances, monetary, cultural, global disease, health, and political, are bereft of a sound continuous education. One must consider the favorable circumstances that exist in our country and be grateful to our parents who have provided you with opportunities to study in institutions like Welham. Education is not only in the classroom, but one learns a lot in the sporting field as well. Team spirit, humility, competitiveness, hunger, glory, and to accept loss gracefully are all learnt in the sporting arena. These are all character building traits and will go a long way in shaping the individual as he meanders and travels through the complexities of life. A heartening change over the years towards holistic education rather than pure emphasis towards marks alone has resulted in the graduates of today daring to explore territories which were unheard of: sports, entertainment, entrepreneurship, social work, etc. This changing environment, whose roots are being sown in the formative years in school itself, is likely to play an important role in skill and social development, keeping strides with the changing environment. We are better prepared for the future. This day has been extraordinary for me, coming from a humble background and being invited on stage as a chief guest amongst such a distinguished audience is humbling. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for having me here and letting me peek into a day of your life here at Welham. Congratulations to each and every one of you who took part in the events, and not just to the winners, for Aristotle has said, it isn't the most beautiful or the strongest who are crowned, but those who compete. I hate long speeches, and for all of you students present here, I leave you with just one final thought. Keep fit and pursue a sport, any sport. A fit body, good health will make the journey of life enjoyable and rewarding. Jai Hind.